some people are getting upset right now, or, well, most people that have paid into it, they're like, that's my money. I paid into that. They don't understand that's not how that works. When we were paying into it, we were paying for the people ahead of us that were receiving Social Security. They were getting that money. Now we are relying on the generations after us to be paying into it. And if they don't pay into it, then we don't get it. That's why it's running out. They weren't holding onto your money and saving it just for you.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every
Well, good morning, guys. It's Monday, and it's a typical Monday. Yeah, it's not too bad, but the weather says it's going to get kind of humid and hot and sticky. My least favorite kind of weather. But anyway, I was listening to Prepper Princess. I don't know if any of you watch her. I'm a prepper by nature, so I love watching all the different prepper shows. I don't do it as much as I used to. I was really into it for a while there, and I've kind of slacked off. But anyway, I like her. I've been listening to her, and I need to learn how to splice videos together. I don't. I would like to put her video up next to me so you can hear this from her, but I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm just going to tell you what she said. She was talking about Social Security is going to run out earlier than expected. And originally they were saying that it would last until 2035, I believe, that we were good. But now they're saying 2030, 5 years from now. um, that's definitely concerning. But I know a lot of you are going to go, no, no, no. That's never going to happen. The government won't let that happen. But before she started her show, before she started talking about that, she asks, who trusts the government? How many of you trust the government? And I would venture to guess that the vast majority of you don't. Neither do I. And yet, when she goes on to explain that Social Security is going to run out sooner than expected, she knows a lot of people are going to say, no, no, that's not going to happen. The government would not let that happen. So, why? Why do people that don't trust the government and, will admit that they're doing things wrong, why do they, when it comes to Social Security, why do they refuse to believe that that won't happen? Why? Because they've mishandled pretty much everything else, right? And we can see what's happening. But anyway, she has a really good show, and she was just talking about what Social Security was originally set up for. It was not set up as a retirement fund for people to rely solely on. It was just for a short period of time, to keep people out of abject poverty. And it was like the bare minimum. And yet a lot of people looked at it like it was their pension, like they were going to be able to survive off of it. And she explains how, it's not really possible. The median Social Security check is 1,900 a month. Now, if you have two people, if you're a married couple, that's doable. If you're both bringing in that's what, 3,800 a month. That's doable, especially depending where you live. But it's going to be a little bit harder for people that are single if they're relying on that amount, but still doable depending on where you live and your lifestyle. You can do it. We've seen it done, because I know some people just say no, no. And yet millions of people are doing it every day. They have no choice. That's all they have is Social Security. I see it everywhere. And the sad thing is, because the economy has gotten progressively worse over the years, it didn't just happen. This has been going on for years. So I'm not blaming one side or the other, and I think that's the problem. Immediately, if you think I'm blaming your side of the aisle, you take offense to it. I'm blaming both sides. It's been going on for a long time. They're both involved in this. And it is getting progressively worse. And the fastest growing demographic of homeless is the elderly. And that's a scary thing, because we're we're seeing more of these people that are in a fragile state anyway, and they need more medical care, and just they require more to be taken care of. They need to be in assisted living programs and things such as that, but they're finding themselves out on the street. Their rent's being raised and they don't have the extra 20, 30, $40 a month to cover it. And a lot of them don't drive anymore, so they can't even move into their vehicle. So that's an even sadder state of affairs. But anyway, yeah, I would recommend, I'll leave the link to her recent video so you guys can go watch it for yourself and you can see. But yeah, it's amazing how much money you would save if, instead of having the government pull that, I think she said it's 6.2% out of your check, if you were to invest that yourselves, how much money you would have when you come to retire. I think she said it was like $4 million. And some people are getting upset right now, or, well, most people that have paid into it, you know, they're like, that's my money. I paid into that. They don't understand that's not how that works. When we were paying into it, we were paying for the people ahead of us that were receiving Social Security. They were getting that money. Now we are relying on the generations after us to be paying into it. And if they don't pay into it, then we don't get it. That's why it's running out. They weren't holding onto your money and saving it just for you. So like when you retire, you know, or want to, they're not going to go, okay, here's all the money you saved, John. This is all the money we've been taking out of your checks. It doesn't work like that. That money, you know, already went out to other people. So yeah, I can see in 2030 that there may not be enough money there to fund the rest of us. So that's something that we need to think about and prepare for. But how do you prepare for something like that when you're already broke? Which a lot of people in this age group are. If they're already on Social Security, they're getting, you know, maybe 1900, and that's not everybody. That's just the medium, but there's a lot of people that are getting less. I've heard from people that are getting under $1,000 a month, and they're making it. It's not great. They're not living in the lap of luxury by any means, but they're surviving because they have to. They have to make it work. That's all they got. And a lot of those people are nomads. They're living out of their vehicles and traveling, and they're doing it. God bless them, you know. But yeah, we are definitely going to see a lot more people going through this. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave a link in the description. You go watch her because she explains it a lot more articulate than I do. So I appreciate her channel. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go because I got to go to work because I still got to make money. So you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.